All right, we're back with our CrossFit Metcon for Friday, July 30th. 40, 30, 20, 10 calorie row and sit-ups. So you'll go 40 calories, 40 sit-ups, 30, 30, 20, 20, 10, 10. Spot the clock. Time will be your score for today. Shorter distance intervals on these rows today. So if you typically have your damper around, let's say, a 4 for longer distance rows, like 1,000 or 2,000 meters, then I'd recommend bumping that up a couple notches today to maybe a 6 for these shorter distance intervals. You can think about it kind of like bike gears. It's going to be harder to pull at that higher damper. You're going to get a little bit more out of each pull that way, but it's going to be harder to sustain that higher power output. So for shorter rows, you can go a little bit higher on that damper setting. For longer rows, you want to take it back down a bit lower. Rowing technique reminders. We want to try to keep our knees tracking directly in line with our toes. That's a pretty common thing that we'll see. People will let those knees dive in sometimes, or sometimes they'll let knees get wider than their arms, sometimes because of their posture, because they like to stay a little bit too bent over. So we want to think about sitting up tall, trying to keep our arms up above our knees. As we reach in, that heel comes up a little bit, but we're still keeping a gap between our seat and our heel. Then we punch that heel down. Hips and shoulders come back at the same time. Once we finish that leg extension, then we get into the arms. Think about strong, powerful pulls today. A little bit quicker cadence because we're at a shorter distance. Also, when you're rowing for calories, you're not getting anything on that return. So it's only measuring while you're pulling. So you want to get it in a little quicker so that we can get back into that pull a bit sooner. After that, we've got our sit-ups. Sit-ups is one of those tricky motions that if you get fatigued and you don't keep good technique, it can be a little painful the next day. Maybe we feel it in our low back. Maybe we feel it up in our neck from flinging up and down too quickly. So think about staying consistent and controlled on these reps today. That breathing is important on these. Try to breathe in on the way back and then driving that low back into the mat as you curl up. So using those arms for a little bit of assistance, but try not to get too overzealous with that arm throw. We still want to use mostly that midline to bring us up to the top. On those, set a consistent pace that you can keep. A lot of us should be able to get through those sets unbroken if we don't come out too quick. You can go bent knee, straight leg, or butterfly on those sit-ups today. Goal is to have this workout done in the 8 to 10 minute range. We've got a 12-minute cap on it today. Also, there's an RX Plus option, where you just add 50 calories and 50 sit-ups at the beginning of the workout. So that RX Plus is 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Good luck on today's Metcon, and we'll see you back for Saturday's workout.